All right, so today's event is the West Michigan Lakeshore SOLIDWORKS User Group, more or less Technical Summit, which is an annual event where they're going through and doing training, multiple different sessions throughout the week. Hey, good to see you all. Thanks for coming out. I feel like it's like a big family reunion here every year. We really look forward to getting together. A little bit about myself. So Stephen Waringa, SWYFT Solutions. I'm the founder and president of SWYFT Solutions. I love this event, something I look forward to every single year. The only thing that I feel like is a downfall of it is we can't do it every single week. So really, if you're looking for chances to learn or chances to grow from others, try and find those mentors. Maybe they're speakers today, pull them aside and say, hey, is it okay if I connect with you after this event? Maybe I've got some follow-up questions or something. Like, lean into that a little bit. I actually gotten together with a group of you in this room, some of them in the back, and started a weekly coaching call. Every single week we jump on a call together and we answer questions that you might have, or really lean into coaching and helping not only guide on specific questions on topics, but hey, why would I design in this way? So going beyond just design in several different scenarios. With that, I'm excited to have you guys here. Thanks for a minute to talk, and hopefully we can connect later today. If not, on LinkedIn, and I'll get your messages, but hope to see you next week, Wednesday at 3:30 on our next coaching call. Thanks for your time today. All right, so just wrapped up my portion of the sponsor kind of talk at the main stage here, and getting into sessions today. So we are at the Technical Summit for SOLIDWORKS and engaging with users in the community here to walk through SOLIDWORKS. So follow along throughout the day today. Hopefully you enjoy as we engage in this content, and I'll tell you what the summit's all about. There's usually a couple hundred people that come to this event. Some are users, some are from Dassault Systems, some are from the resellers and partners, but a lot of them are just users of the software that are excited to give back. And that's what I love about it, is just the community focus and kind of that giving back idea of taking time to encourage, mentor, coach into others that maybe don't have the resources in their organization to be able to be coached into. Maybe there's only a couple of engineers or a couple of designers at that location, and they're looking for someone to answer some more in-depth questions than they have resources for. So another reason why I love this entire community, everyone's here encouraging each other. There's competitors in some situations that are just sitting down together and showing each other, how to apply some of these different features, tools, and resources to leverage them at their organization.
Been using SOLIDWORKS for over a decade. Definitely came up with SOLIDWORKS as my, most user-friendly, had the most questions about it, but also had the most ability to help people find solutions in SOLIDWORKS.
Why do I share this? Because I think this story isn't all that different from 3D CAD. How so? Well, from 10 feet away, you look at this group right here and be like, well, you know what? Similar equipment, probably very similar training. The athletes all look pretty similar, that type of thing. And quite candidly, that's not all that different from these 3D CAD systems that are out there today, right? When we engage with companies, we see this all the time, and we think that it's all kind of the same. When in reality, as I don't have to tell this audience right here, you know that the devil is in the details. And there's probably a large number of you that have used other tools in the past compared to SOLIDWORKS, right?
This will be drawn to for SOLIDWORKS users, but also start to think about who's using your bill of material and how they might be able to use this as well. So this can extend beyond just the engineering groups as well, and provide value to purchasing and other departments that might need that information and consume that information. I'm going to be talking about a comprehensive list of parts, components, and materials required to build a product. It's going to be a blueprint for the manufacturing process.
Stephen Waringa, born and raised here in West Michigan, so a lot of familiar faces here even from back then, but went to Grand Valley State University for mechanical engineering. From there, spent a little bit of time in industry, sheet metal fabrication, also process engineering for a medical packaging company here locally. Then started a contract engineering firm in 2013, doing mostly mechanical design for local manufacturers and product development companies. Ran that for several years until it was acquired, and then in 2020 started SWYFT Solutions, which is a SOLIDWORKS reseller and integrator for Dassault Systems products. Early on, I had no idea where things were going to be headed. I mean, right in college, I did own a business in college, and so I always kind of knew I wanted to get into owning other businesses. I just didn't know what that would look like. So I can look back and see things that I've written down even in high school that said these are some things that I wanted to do that made sense and that I'm doing today. But I don't think that path really, was the most efficient way of getting there. Definitely different areas of getting into life, like, hey, let's test this, let's see what happens. Oh, that didn't work out, let's go over here. And I think that just relays back to some of my just philosophies around approaching some of the different roles and different ways of getting into business, and maybe a different career is just get out there and try different things and see, hey, I think I might like this, but you don't know till you actually get in and you start doing it on a day-to-day basis.
So question number one, and this is going to be for everybody, is how do you define data management and why is it an important thing? So Matt, why don't you take this off first?
Yeah, I think data management is really a way to help organize and make data accessible by different groups, and then it can help extend what you can do just with a file-based system. So you can get into a lot more advanced metadata, so a lot of properties and things and management of those, increased search capabilities, and then extending that beyond just the designer itself so that other groups can then jump in and consume different versions, revisions, things like that as well at a core.
Maybe a part that you throw in and you have the definition from your favorite hardware reseller that we all use online. I don't know if I can say those names here, but and they say, okay, this is a pneumatic cylinder with a 40 millimeter stroke. You say, okay, 40 millimeters, this is great, but what happens to everything else that moves within that 40 millimeters? Is there going to be any interference with something else that you're not expecting? So that's another reason that early on, this is a great thing that we can apply.
Okay, so that's a wrap of the SOLIDWORKS Summit 2024. Thanks for following along. We'll see you next week for my next video. Like and subscribe if you thought this was an interesting conversation, and we'll definitely see you again on the next video. Thanks again for following along.